Parting with your car is never easy, but if it was necessary to better the life of my child, hypothetical child, I would do it in a heartbeat. To no surprise, Jonathan Corbett of Camillus, New York feels the same way and has put his daughter in front of his love for Subarus. Corbett is the proud owner of a modified 2011 Subaru WRX STI and the father of a sweet and beautiful 5-year-old girl. Unfortunately, Corbett's daughter, Colleen, suffered brain damage during birth and has been suffering from the consequences ever since. Colleen got a blood infection during the birth as well as a subdural hematoma and endured 2 major seizures according to information obtained by the folks at Jalopnik. This brave little girl now has level 2 cerebral palsy, bilateral hearing loss and suffers from frequent seizures as a result of complications with her birth. In order to improve her quality of life, the Corbett family has coordinated with a clinic near Los Angeles for Colleen to undergo stem cell therapy. Unfortunately, the only way for this to become a reality is if Corbett is able to sell his 2011 Subaru WRX STI for approximately $20,000. Since the procedure cost $6,500 and Corbett still owes $12,000 on the car, he's hoping $20,000 will do the trick. The 2011 Subaru WRX STI currently has 88,500 on the odometer, but it appears Corbett has taken great care of the all-wheel drive Subi. Some of the modifications include a Cobb Access Sport, iBox sway bars, SPT exhaust, Cobb downpipes and much more. We truly hope someone steps up to the plate and drops a bag of cash at this guy's doorstep because we deserves it more than 99% of the people on Craigslist.
Nissan has launched a special edition version of its top-selling Juke Supra Mini crossover. The Juke Envy is a special version that slots into the range above the well-spec'd and connected grade, and adds some extra styling cues to help it stand out. The exterior upgrades include gloss black front and rear bumper inserts for the standard fit xenon headlights and 18-inch alloy wheels with gloss black inserts. The wing mirrors get red covers and the optional style pack adds extra trim to the door and boot sills. The styling upgrades continue in the cabin with red interior upgrades throughout. The Juke Envy is available to order now, and is offered with 2 engines, the 1.2 DIG T115 petrol and 1.5 DCI 110 diesel. They cost £19,045 and £20,650 respectively, which is £670 more than N-Connecta trim. Other standard kit includes xenon lights, sat-nav with reversing camera, DAB radio and keyless entry and starting. To mark the launch of the new model, and to celebrate the fact that there are now over 500,000 safety cameras on the road, courtesy of over 133,000 Jukes fitted with Nissan's intelligent around-view monitor system, Nissan has developed the world's first 360-degree dashcam. The Juke Cam uses 2 different mounts, so it can either be used as a dashcam, or it can be removed and used as an action camera. The device features 4K picture quality and can record up to 3 hours of footage on its internal memory. And to demonstrate the camera's versatility, Nissan joined forces with Extreme Pogo Team XPOGO to set a new Guinness World Record. XPOGO used the Juke Cam to record the stunt, which saw Pogoer Dalton Smith jump over 3 Jukes in a row to set a record for jumping over the most consecutive cars on a pogo stick. At the moment, Juke Cam is just a technology concept, but if enough interest is generated, then Nissan could add it to the Juke's kit list, probably in time for the next generation Juke, which is due to be revealed later in 2017.
Having established its high-performance N sub-brand in 2015, and followed up with some impressive concept cars, Hyundai has unveiled the first production vehicle to be released under the N banner. With the i30N, the Korean automaker says it wants to bring exhilarating driving pleasure to the masses, and judging by the specs it isn't kidding. Hyundai got the N logo from the chicane, The ultimate corner on the Nürburgring racetrack, where the company has honed the i30N at its new development center with the help of Albert Biermann, the senior engineer Hyundai poached from BMW's M division. The carmaker says his goal was to create a car that's fun to drive with 3 notes: corner rascal, everyday sports car, and racetrack capability. Those are supported by technologies in the i30N that improve its handling, power, and performance, as promised by a concept shown last year. On the exterior, the Hyundai i30N model is similar to other i30 hatchbacks introduced last year. There are some marked exterior differences, though, between the standard i30, the new i30 Fastback, and the i30N model. The front and rear bumpers are more aggressive, the rear spoiler is more pronounced, and the wheel arches are larger in the i30N. The front headlight bezels are in black and the rear has a triangular third brake light and a double muffler exhaust. Keen eyes will also note some fresh air inlets ahead of the front wheels for brake cooling, while an improved air curtain behind the grille enhances air intake performance and aerodynamics. Side sills along the edges of the car and the outside mirrors are painted glossy black as part of the i30N sport look. The exterior's more aggressive and sport-focused look is enhanced by an exclusive high-performance color range for the i30N model. These include a performance blue from Hyundai's World Rallycross (WRC) team that is showcased on all of Hyundai's N models. Other colors available for the i30N include clean slate, polar white, micron gray, engine red, and phantom black. Inside the car, an N-specific steering wheel starts the differences between the i30N and the standard i30. A checkered flag button next to the steering wheel puts the car into N mode for a performance jolt. Above that button is a dedicated rev-matching button for shifting. The N logo appears throughout the interior as well. High-performance sports seats with increased bolstering and powerful lumbar support are also part of the i30N's interior changes. Exclusive to the car, these seats have extendable seat cushions for both the driver and front passenger. Combinations of suede, leather, or cloth are available for those seats. The changes that we are most interested in, however, occur under the Hyundai i30N's hood and bodywork. Those 3 aforementioned 3 notes come into play with the changes found underneath the i30 skin for this N model. Those begin with the engine. The i30N has a 2.0-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder that outputs 250 picoseconds, 247 horsepower, 184 kilowatts, and 353 Newton-meters, 260 pounds-ft, of torque. With this engine and its 6-speed manual transmission in front-wheel drive, the i30N has a 0 to 100 km per hour, 0 to 62 mph, time of 6.4 seconds and a top speed of 250 km per hour, 155 mph. That's the base engine. The upgraded engine and the performance package boosts the 2.0 liters output to 275 picoseconds, 271 horsepower, 202 kilowatts, and the same 353 Newton-meters thanks to an improved turbocharger. The front-wheel drive 6-speed manual is also the same. This engine, however, pushes the i30N to 100 km per hour in 6.1 seconds, but has the same top speed. The N Performance package includes 19-inch Pirelli P Zero high-performance tires as standard equipment, along with front and brake calipers and larger, 18-inch up front, 17-inch in the rear, discs. An electronic limited-slip differential and variable exhaust valve system are also features of the performance package. Extra power without extra control means little, though. To that end, Hyundai improved the i30's handling characteristics with several additions to the chassis and steering. A motor-driven rack and pinion system adjusts steering response as speed increases, improving driver control. This can be controlled through the i30N's performance settings via drive mode selection. The design of the steering is meant to accommodate both everyday driving and track day cup tires in performance handling situations. aiding that as launch control for the engine's torque output to 8 starts from a standstill. With the clutch disengaged and the electronic stability control, ESC, off, launch control allows first gear to be engaged immediately after full throttle acceleration to launch the car forward. Rev matching is also a part of the i30N package. Engaged via a toggle button next to the steering wheel, this system automatically blips the throttle to prevent compression lock-up on aggressive downshifts, something drivers would otherwise have to do with a manual heel and toe change. An electronically controlled suspension and stability control are also part of the i30N's makeup. Damping force is controlled electronically to improve stability and handling. A solenoid valve creates immediate damping changes and can be adjusted with a button push for different driving needs. ESC uses this, as well as braking and other factors, to control the car's pitch during cornering. This can be turned off during track runs to ensure maximum driver control. The performance package for the Hyundai i30N adds an electronic limited slip differential on the front axle, which allows more torque to be sent to the wheel with most grip. That means drivers will be able to get on the power earlier on the way out of tight corners without fear of wasteful wheel spin, especially in poor conditions. Another inclusion in the performance package is a variable valve exhaust system. This changes the exhaust sounds through active control of the exhaust valve. The larger the valve opening, the more exhaust sound there will be. Several settings on the twin-outlet active exhaust are available. For those i30N drivers who prefer a more sportier sound than little 4-cylinder can produce, Hyundai is providing an electronic sound generator, ESG. This produces engine sounds within the car through sound generators in the body panel, cabin, and windscreen. The Hyundai i30N is coming to European markets by the end of 2017.